Welcome to another modern house tutorial. This one is built out of birch wood, quartz, and white stained glass. So make sure you pay attention and follow along because this one's pretty easy. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so all we have to do is to firstly start, we're going to place in a line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to fill that in with birch wood. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, so we now have 2 plots of birch wood. We're going to go on the right side and we're going to place quartz as well. We're going to go on the left side and we're going to also place quartz as well. Now what we're going to do on the right side, we're going to place our white glass panes, and then we're going to come over to here and we're going to do the exact same thing we literally just did, except this time we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then over here we're going to add some more quartz again. And over here we're going to add some more quartz again, and then once again we're going to add some glass on this side. This is what we should have so far as a very simple startup of the house. So now that is done, we want to continue with the rest of the house. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to start by building across. So I'm going to start by building across from here. I'm going to build across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then I'm going to build it back up until this point right here, like that. Then what we want to do once again is destroy this by placing 7 blocks of quartz, which should be the same length as this, and then continue this point right here. So now you guys can see that these 2 areas, we just want to destroy the grass, and don't fill in anything there just yet because we're going to be using that area. So just destroy this grass here. Then right here what we're going to do is we're going to place quartz underneath the house like that. Then in this area and this area here, we want to place quartz underneath the floor because we're going to use this areas as swimming pools. Just make sure to fill in the quartz underneath each of these areas. So like that. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. And then we're going to do the same for here. I mean, you don't have to add the quartz, but people are going to see it and they're going to think, why on earth you have dirt under your house? And I have no idea. So we're just going to keep that underneath. There we go. Like that. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. So now that that is done, all we need to do is fill it in with water. So this is what you should have so far. This is just the start of the house. And then we're just going to place water along the edges. So along the right side and then along the top. And then we're going to do the same along here, along the left side, along the top. And now you guys can see that the water is completely filled up. And this is how the house should look so far. Our next step is to now continue on this house. I'm going to do that by starting with here with the quartz. I'm going to extend this out by 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to build this all the way across until it reaches the same length as this. And then we're going to continue in here. And then on side this area here, we're just going to fill it in with quartz. Except this area right here, which should be extended out with birch wood, because that is how the house design is. So let's not mess that up. And then on this area inside is all going to be quartz. So now that is done, this is exactly what you should have. And in order for us to continue building the house, we're going to start right here, right next to the glass. I'm going to build up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to take this all the way across right here to the same part that this is, as you guys can see. Then what we're going to do is we're going to count across here. 1, 2, 3. On the third block, we're going to place birch. Behind that, we're going to place another birch. And then we're going to build up that birch 1, 2, 3 blocks. Then we're going to count across 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, as you guys can see. And then we're going to continue this across here like that. And we're going to fill it in this area like that, as you guys can see. So now that that is done, all we need to do now is we need to build across this wall. So we're going to build this wall up and across along this edge part here. Just going to build this wall up to the same height that this is. So this wall needs to get filled up just like that. Next step for us to do is to fill in this area over here. So we're going to extend this part out all the way until this edge right here, and then we're going to join it up with this. And then in the middle here, this middle area here is going to be entirely quartz. Going to fill that in with quartz now. now what we need to do is we need to get our white concrete and place a layer along this part right here. And then we need to place a layer along this part right here. Then what we need to do now is we need to add ourselves another wall. So what we need to do is we're going to add ourselves a wall all the way along this part. And we're going to add it until this block right here. So we're going to start here right next to the pool. And we're going to build along with quartz blocks. Then we'll build up here like this. Then we'll build up here like this. There we go. And we'll build up here like that, as you guys can see. So that's the wall that you should have now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to once again get ourselves our birch concrete. I'm going to build up 1, 2, 3. Not birch concrete, birch wood. Then what we're going to do is we're going to count across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then once again with our wood, place up like this. And then place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And as you guys can see, that is a small window that you should have. Then we're going to use our quartz blocks, take this across like that. There we go. And then we're going to take this across again. And we're going to take this across again like that. Now we should make sure that this is extended by 1 block. And that's what we should have so far. The next step is to once again add a small roof along the top here. Like this. And then add another roof along these blocks here. Like that. So as you guys can see, that is what we have done so far. The next step for us to do is to add a small area around here. So we need to get ourselves our quartz and build like this. There we go. And add our quartz blocks like this. And then add our quartz along here. There we go. And as you guys can see, that area will soon be turned into something. But for now, we just need to focus on finishing the house. So in order for us to finish the house, we're going to finish the bottom part first. So come over to this part of the house and then extend out the quartz all the way until the back of the house right here. And then join up the house like this. And then this area in the middle, we want to fill it in with quartz blocks. So now that you guys have seen that we've done that, there we go. All we need to do now is we need to make sure that we finish off the rest of the house. So we're going to start by finish off the bottom of the house by extending out this wall all the way until the back part here. There we go. And then we're going to do this as well. And then we're going to do this as well like this. Like that. And then so all we need to do now is this roof here. We're going to extend this roof all the way out until this point already here. So as you guys can see, that is how we extended it out. As for the back part is going to be mainly glass, except up until this point right here. So we're going to add a wall of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then all we're going to do is we're going to add the same window that we did in the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to add some wood like that. And then we're going to add this glass like that. There we go. And then we're going to add some birch like that. There we go. So set. In fact, I don't remember the number of the blocks, so what I'm going to do is just fill it in manually. There we go. So I'm just going to fill it in like this. There we go. Like that. So as you guys can see, there we have it. There we have it. It's absolutely amazing. So as you guys can see, that is the bottom part of the house. The next part to do is the top part of the house. Top of the house is fairly simple. We're going to start on the left hand side. On the left hand side, we're going to build up by 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to extend this roof out all the way until this point right here, as you guys can see. So that is what it should look like. Then we're going to extend this out until the middle point right here. And then we're going to build over 1, and then we're going to extend it out all the way again. Like this. I can barely see this because it's so bright. So we're going to extend it out like this. So what I'm trying to do right now is build the frame of the house. And the frame of the house should closely follow the bottom part of the house. And we just need to go around the entire house building the frame. The bottom part is exactly the same as the top. So we just go around and we just keep going around. Okay, we went too far. And then we just drag this point here all the way like that. So as you guys can see, all we need to do now is the top part of the roof. We just need to fill all of this in with quartz. So as you guys can see there, we've done that, of course, and everything's looking amazing. The only thing we need to do now is to add a wall along the back here. So if we need to do this, we're going to add a wall along the back here like this. Set quartz. There we go. And then the only thing for us to do now is to add some of the birch walls. So along the edge here, we're going to add ourselves an entire birch wall. Going to build it up. There we go. Building it up, building it up. And then the next thing for us to do, well, build it up like that. The next thing for us to do is add ourselves our glass. We're going to add our glass panes all the way until the corner point right here. And then we're going to add glass all the way until the edge. And then before we get to the edge, we're going to place 2 wooden blocks. And we're going to build this all the way up like that. Okay, and then we're going to add this. There we go, like this. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Like this, like that. There we go, like that, like that. Okay, not like that, like that. There we go. We're just gonna, it's very hard to place glass panes, but what I'm trying to do is place glass panes all the way around the edges. There we go, like that. So as you guys can see, that is that part of the house. Now as for the back and sides, we're gonna add some birch along here, add some more birch along here, add some more birch along here, and then along the back part of the house, once again filling in the same as the front. So we're going to add 2 blocks of wood here. Then what we need to do is add glass all the way until this point right here. As you guys can see, it lines up perfectly. Then adding the wood along here, and all we need to do now is fill this up. There we go. And then we're going to add these along here. There we go, like that. There we go. There we go, as you guys can see. So that is essentially what we've done, and the house is pretty much complete apart from this part right here. So what we're going to do is this part right here is we're going to go around the edge of the house, around the edge. We're just going to destroy the grass around the edge, as you guys can see. So just destroy the edge, and then I'm going to fill that in with quartz. There we go, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add myself 3 different fences. So I'm going to add one here, and then one here. And then I'm going to get myself some jungle leaves. And then build up 1. And then I'm going to go 2. And then I'm going to go 3. Like that. As you guys can see. So it's a nice little area like that. And that is pretty much the house, guys. You can enter from here. There's a big area here. You can just leave it because I feel like it's much easier. If you want, you can add a wall here and a door. But I feel like the open plan of the house, it just ruins it. So if you want to add a door, this is how you add a door. And there you go. You can just add a door frame right there. But yeah, this is the final version of the house. If you enjoyed the house, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe. It's been Drew Builds, and I'll see you in the next video.